Yes, it is. Hello, everybody on Twitch chat. And for you guys that are going to be watching this on YouTube later, my name is Fanatix Mike. I'll be here hopefully in the future bringing future content. Future. I'll be doing some videos by myself. I'll get some people in community involved. We'll be doing more than hopefully magic. Oh god. Alright. Video there. Man. So I'm trying to run this on one of my old rigs. And I really should probably be running this on my other computer. But I don't know if you guys can see the delay. Is it visual on my screen? Alright. Core2020. Me and a fellow player, Tom, have been like brewing a mono black deck the last couple sets. I think there's a couple cards in this set that kind of sets it off. Hopefully we pull a couple, because I think it's going to be the first deck I try to tinker with as a mono black deck. So let's get into cracking some packs. I got 16 here. I opened some more before I got into this. See, I think I got some other ones, but we'll go ahead and crack a couple. We'll see. Let's see what we get. Lava Kim Brawler, Inner Isolation. Probably a good limited pull. I don't know if he'll see sealed play. At 2-drop though, it might be one of them fringe things. See what our rare is. Embodiment of Agnes. Come on, big money. I know, right? Embodiment of Agnes enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each different mana cost among non-land cards. Alright, me and Tom were discussing this card. So, as it says on the bottom, for example, 2 colorless and a black, and 1 colorless and 2 black are different mana costs. So, I don't know, I think if you set it up enough, well, you'd have to build your deck around it, I would think, to make this viable. The thing I like in a card is I want to see early game potential, but I want to be able to draw it later in the game and it to do something. And I think this card can do it. I think. Don't quote me. But Bone Splinters is a reprint, but still a good card. I'm sure I might see play. Let's see. Vampire of the Dire Moon. Here vampires are getting a little buff with the new Sorin. Elementals are going to be a thing. Over the next couple weeks, I'm sure there's going to be a transition period of everyone brewing decks. We'll see what comes out on top. What we got? Safari Skyblade. You may pay a plains and tap 4 untapped creatures you control with flying, rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Flying lifelink. Other creatures you control with flying have indestructible. Oh. Late game bomb. I don't know how many flyers are out there at the moment. Maybe a blue-white flyers deck. Maybe. It's an interesting card. I haven't looked at all the cards on this set, supposedly. I'm just... yeah. Look. Tombbound Lynch. Another Enter the Battlefield card. I'm a big fan of Jeff Hoogland's Esper Party Bus. I believe he played this in his new variant. Raise the Alarm, reprint. Mask of Immolation, Plummet, good sealed, unsummon. Has your stables as all core sets should, huh? Knight of the Ebon Legion, new vampire. Knight of the Ebon Legion gets +3/+3 and gains just touch until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, player lost 4 or more life this turn. Put a 1/1 counter on Knight of Ebon Legion. So he's a 1-drop 1/2 vampire with Sorin, I think, combo as well. For 3, he pumps to 4 or 5 and gets Death Touch. It's not bad. Vampire worthy. I don't know if mono black deck worthy. I'm really digging Ali Eldrazi's Goros, I think, Chromatic Lantern deck. Not bad. How many, oh, I can't see how many they have. Voracious Hydra. I did not know there's a Hydra in this set. Seems to be a lot. Let's see. Voracious Hydra enters the battlefield with X/1/1 counters on it. When Voracious Hydra enters the battlefield, choose 1. Double the number of 1/1 counters on Voracious Hydra. Voracious Hydra fights target creature you don't control, I'm assuming is what it says. There's so much text on Magic cards that you have to scroll down to read it all. That is classic. Alright, so X for 2/2, or X +2 green. Double the number of X/1/1 counters on it. Well, that's, you want to talk about low-key busted. Now granted, it doesn't really protect itself from removal, but it kind of in a way is removal, maybe? It'd be interesting. Someone's going to do something with that card, I'm sure. Maybe people that like ramp. Cough, cough. Ramp. Unsummoned Disfigure. A Fortress Crab. Pulse of Marasa. That's not bad. Riding. Oh wow, where'd you go? Riding Registore was that last rare. It wanted to disappear on me. I didn't want to get talked about. Leyline of Anticipation. This will be interesting. Pre-release is gonna be whatever you draft in your pre-release packs, you're gonna slam put ley lines in just for that chance that you might cast it on your opening hand. I know I would, you know what I'm saying? Tombbound Lynch has another one. Moat Piranhas. 3/3 Defender. It's interesting. Let's see. Chandra, new Chandra. She's been seeing a lot of love in some people are slamming her in Grixis decks. These elemental decks. Port of Loyalty, her 0. Put a loyalty counter on each red planeswalker you control, so she pumps your red planeswalkers. Good for other Chandras or the Sarkin. Create 2/1 red elemental creature tokens. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Not bad. Which just combos really well with Risen Reef. If I pull one, we'll talk about it. Her neg 2 is you may cast target instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. If that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So for neg 2, may cast target from your graveyard. So you still got to pay for it. It doesn't cast itself. It's not bad. It's not a bad card at all. Especially for a 3-drop. Let's see. Moat Piranha Murder. Reprint Murder. Master Splicer. Gift. Dungeon Geists. And I must be double clicking too fast. Let's see what we got. Herald of the Sun. Chandra's Ember Cat. A red Mana Dork. Of course, only usable for elemental spells or Chandra Planeswalkers, but still. Steamkin. It's an elemental card. Wild card. The most powerful card in MTG Arena. The mythic rare wild card. What does it do? Whatever you want it to do. The ditto of magic. Let's see what we got. Glinthorn Buccaneer. Whenever you discard a card, Glinthorn Buccaneer deals 1 damage to each opponent. Sounds more like a EDH card when it says each discard a card, draw a card, activate this ability only if Glinthorn Buccaneer is attacking. Whenever you discard a card, Glinthorn Buccaneer deals 1 damage. I'm sure there's a EDH combo where I draw my deck and discard it or something. Rule of law, each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. That sounds like a oppressive EDH Overgrowth Elemental. Interesting. Alright, of course. We got some more. Frostlings. Angelic Gift. Snow Golem. 1-drop 1/1 with Death Touch and Lifelink. It's like, doesn't seem like much, but that's going to be one of them annoying cards where I'm gonna slam my big Hydra. I'm gonna block it with this. Gargos Vicious Watcher. Hydra spells you cast cost 4 less to cast. Whenever a creature you control becomes a target of a spell, Gargos Vicious Watcher fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Hydra's becoming dragons. They're just pumped them out. Fry. What is this? This spell can't be countered. For a 2-drop, Fry deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker that's white or blue. If that isn't Teferi hate, I don't know what to tell you. Target creature or planeswalker that's white or blue. Wow, Temple of Malady. Hey, got our Scrylands back. Blight Beetle. Murder. Murder was the case that they gave me. Scheming Symmetry. Choose 2 target players. Each of them searches their library for a card, then shuffles their library and puts that card on top of it. Obviously, in Constructed, you would choose yourself and the opponent. You just gotta hope that your bomb is better than their bomb. Or have them, put that top card in the graveyard. We got Blood Burglar. He has lifelink, duress. I don't know how many times they want to print duress. We got another Embodiment of Agonies. Not bad. I'll take it. I have yet to get the one card I want to put in the, or I'm excited to play with. Temple of Silence, that is not the one card. I'm getting rares though. Hey, there we go. Big Chandra. Chandra Awakened Inferno. 6-drop. Spell can't be countered. Not bad for a planeswalker. For a +2, each opponent gets an emblem with, at the beginning of your upkeep, this emblem deals 1 damage to you. Not bad. -3, Chandra Awakened Inferno deals 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. Also not bad, I suppose. Baby Chandra can pump her, so keep her alive. Her neg X, Chandra Awakened, deals X damage. Target creature planeswalker. Permanent dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead. So she's a 6-drop, 6 toughness removal, if anything. Kinda like the little Chandra more. This one might be a one of. I'm gonna play around with her. Oh, I'm sure it's been amazing. Can't be countered. Hits a white or blue planeswalker. I know, like, color specific cards, or they claim should be sideboard, but I don't know. I'd mainboard that. Alright, so the card that I obviously was hoping to pull, I think I pulled a couple out of my packs before. Embodiment of Agonies. I'm looking to play around with that. Riding Regisaur is another one we pulled, which is a 3-drop 7/6. You discard a card. It's pressure. I'm not sure. There it is, and I only have one. Dread Presence. Whenever a swamp enters the battlefield under your control, choose one. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. Or Dread Presence deals 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life. For some reason, I'm going to go ahead and craft all 4 of these. Because I know I will be using them. And I have, what I got? 14 rares, 9 mythics, 195 uncommons, 185 commons. If they ever put Popper on this thing, I think I'll be alright. Apologize, I've been under the weather. I was going to try to stream yesterday, but so we got a Ley Line of the Void. Here, let's do this. We got M20 selected. God's Willing. It's a pretty good card. I like the arena animation for that. When you select a color, I believe it puts a colored shield of the color you select around the creature. Nice little touch. Soul Mender. That's a good constructed card. You do Disenchant, Fencing Ace, Fancy Raise the Alarm. The new Ajani. So you gain life for a +1, you gain life equal to the number of creatures you control plus the number of planeswalkers you control. So for a 4-drop, it's not bad. Number of creatures, that'd be good for the white weenie deck. See, neg2, create a 2/2 white cat soldier creature token, name Ajani's Pridemate. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on. So it makes an Ajani's Pridemate? Is that how is that where planeswalkers are going? They're just gonna make cards? That's the future of planeswalkers. They're gonna make pre-existing cards. Well, why don't they reprint X? Well, the new Jace is gonna make it on neg2. That's my suggestion, Wizards. The new Jace the Mind Sculptor, or Jace the Wizard of All. His neg 5 is he makes a Snapcaster Mage. Make it happen. Cavalier of Dawn. They have these. Each color got an Elemental Knight, which I believe Todd Stevens was playing around with, and I think he had a one of Lay Down in Sanctity. Not bad. You have Hexproof. Let's see, this Nye. They're all 5-drops, by the way, that I know of. We'll see. Vigilance. When Cavalier of Dawn enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 colorless Golem artifact creature token. Not bad. Whenever Cavalier of Dawn dies, return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard. So it's removal for anything that you can't deal with, which is good for 5. I mean, they get a 3/3 Golem out it, but Beast Within, I think, is one of the better removal cards of all time, and they get like an Elephant, which seems irrelevant in certain matchups. If you have a deck that can't deal with artifacts or enchantments, it's good to have this. Whenever Cavalier of Dawn dies, return target artifact or enchantment card from graveyard to your hand. It's not too bad. Oddly specific. Master Splicer. Kind of reminds me of Blade Splicer, which I think is also a 4-drop. Unless this is supposed to be like a new Blade Splicer. Oh, you'll have to tell me on that one, Logan, if you see that in chat. Blade Splicer is the same thing, is it not? I almost feel like it should be. And I played Death and Taxes in Modern. Do you think I would know that? Herald of the Sun. Loxodon Life Chanter. You may have your life total become the total toughness of creatures you control. Good way to reset. Not bad. I kind of like that. Being able to reset your life total or gain life back in some situations is very beneficial. Fairy Miscreant, it's not bad. Hardcover Befuddle. It's a Dragons of Tarkir card, I believe. Negate. We got a new blue one. I haven't seen this one. Mu Yanning, Sky Dancer. For 3, her +2 is until your next turn, up to 1 target creature gets -2, -0, and loses flying. That's very oddly specific. -3, create a 4/4 blue elemental bird creature token with flying. So you can't even do that off the bat. You get an emblem with islands you control, have draw a card. Sideboard card at best. -2, -0, and loses flying. Yeah, I don't know if I'd main more than that. Bone to Ash, I've had fun with that. In sealed anyway. Cavalier of Gales is the blue elemental knight. Flying. Cavalier of Gales enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, and put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. When it dies, shuffle it into your owner's library, then scry 2. That's a bonus. Goes back in your deck. We all know how annoying that could be. Scarab God. Leyline of Anticipation. Animus All-Seeing. Flood of Tears is another deck that's been going around. So return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. That's you and your opponents. If you return 4 or more non-token permanents you control this way, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield, which a lot of people are putting Omniscience on, which Omniscience is, or Omniscience? Omniscience. Can't pronounce cards, but it lets you cast spells for free. Might be a deck I'd try. I'm not big into combo plays. There's another Mood Yingling. Celestial Wind. So it's a 6-drop until your next turn. Up to 1 target creature gets -5, -0. Return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. Creatures you control flying get +5/+5 until end of turn. I don't know. Agent of Treachery. This is another card that, like I said, Jeff Hoogland's Esper Party Bus has been. He added this to it, where he could loop and essentially take the opponent's entire board. Might be something I might try. Again, I'm not the biggest in the combo. It looks fun though. Let's see, Murder, Mind Rock, Gorging Vulture. Not bad. I would like to see that work somehow, the embodiment. I'm not going to craft those yet because I don't know. Riding Regisaur is good. Fathom Fleet, Cutthroat. What was that? Ixalan? Dread Presence. Excited for that. Leyline of the Void. I'm going to try to get Tom on here, and I've talked with him. For those locals that may know, let's see if we can brew a mono black deck live on stream. Of course, if any of you would like to join me on stream, just let me know, and we'll try to coordinate something. I'd like to get as much as our community involved as possible. These videos and streams aren't all about me. It's all about spotlighting our community and everyone that supports, the store, and bring a little extra piece of content to you guys because we always appreciate it. Shocks. Chandra's Regulars. I saw Todd Stevens play this. If you pay 1, you can copy that ability, and he did it with the elementals. It's kind of interesting. I think it's more cutesy than it is probably effective, but I could get my foot and mouth moment. This still crap. You know what? I have how many? 195 uncommon cards. I think I can go ahead and make a play set of fries. I don't even know if I'm gonna play red. I mean, I like Grixis, but that cracks me up. 2-drop can't be countered, deals 5 target creature. That's why. How do you deal with Little Teferi? Fry. Preview Reverberation, Tectonic Rift. New Chandra, reduced to ashes. That's not bad. Parkside Troll, Elvish Reclaimer. Gross Cycle, Sedge. Might of the Masses. Nice reprint pump. Leafkin Druid. Overgrowth, Leyline of Abundance. I think this is one of the newer ley lines. If it's in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. Like most ley lines, whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional forest. So your mana dorks produce 2, which could be a big deal if you can get it on the battlefield at the beginning of the game. Of course, that's going to put a very big target on your mana dorks. If mana dorks don't get big targets to begin with. This card, I think, Shifting Ceratops. It's a 2 colorless, 2 forest dinosaur. The spell can't be countered. Protection from blue. For 1 green, Shifting Ceratops gains your choice of reach, trample, haste, or haste until end of turn. And it's a 5/4. That, I believe, will be a green staple. I've seen it in a lot of sideboards. Unless they're playing like Gruul or Mono Green Stompy, but I'm pretty sure that's going to make its way into main boards. It's at the end of the day, it's still a 4-drop that can't be countered. It's a 5/4 that can get whatever it wants in whatever situation you need it in. We got a new Vivian Arcbow Ranger, triple green, so it's going to see you're not going to see it in a lot of mono or multicolored decks. Let's see, +1, distribute 2 1/1 counters among up to 2 target creatures. They gain trample until end of turn. That's not bad. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. It's removal. You may choose a creature card you own from outside the game, reveal it, and put it into your hand. I've never been a fan of these outside the game effects. And I know it means sideboard and competitive play, but this is going to be I wonder if they print these cards with the intent, because Arena has a best of 1 format, which Ali Eldrazi and some of the other mainstreamers will do more. I'm curious if that is at all in consideration when they design these things. Cavalier of Thorns is a green elemental. When he enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of the library, put a land card from among them onto the battlefield. Excuse me. And the rest into your graveyard. When Cavalier of Thorns dies, you may exile it. If you do, put another target card from your graveyard on top of your library. Has reach. I'll give it that. Put a land card on the battlefield and the rest of your ground. I mean, it ramps you. It has reach to 5/6, which I think all of the elemental Cavaliers are 5/6s. When it dies, not bad. MVP right here on this page, though. Shifting Ceratops. Wolfkin Bond. There's another Hydra. 2 Hydras this set. 3 Hydras? 2 Hydras. Not bad. We got an Eagle, Temple Silence, Corpse Knight. I believe there's a misprint. I read it on Twitter I think this morning. The card reads it's a 2/2. I think some cards were printed as a 2/3. Now Wizards hasn't released that I know of a statement about it, but I'm sure they will. Because at a 2-drop 2/3, I think it'd be a lot more busted than a 2/2, of course. Tombbound Lynch. Fancy Tombbound Lynch. And Siegebreaker. I'll probably go ahead and get my lands. How many rares do I got? 14. Risen Reef. So Risen Reef is the card I was talking about comboing with Chandra, Little Chandra. So this is a 3-drop. Whenever Risen Reef or another elemental enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it into the battlefield tapped. If you don't put the card on the battlefield, put it in your hand. So it's card advantage either way. It's either a land on the battlefield or a card in your hand. Now with Chandra creating 2 elementals on her 0, that's triggering that ability twice. So not a bad trade-off. Rian, Angel of Rebirth, the new Naya Angel. She's flying. Other multicolored creature you control get +1/+0. Whenever another multicolored creature you control dies, return to the owner's hand at the beginning of the next step. She is the Maya Box promo for Core 2020. If you didn't know, you can buy boxes of Core 2020 the weekend of pre-release now. They started doing that a couple sets ago. So if you need a box of Core 2020, come see us at the Dothan Fanatix or the Enterprise Fanatix, and we'll hook you up with a box, and you'll get one of these angels as a buy a box promo. Yark. Legendary spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. It's not bad. Legendary being planeswalkers, there's heroic or legendary spells now. Legendary creatures, of course. Yark the Desecrated. Always an elemental. Death Touch, Lifelink. If permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability, that ability triggers an additional time. Pretty nice with Arisen Reef. Elementals might be something there. Golos. Alright, so this is the deck. The mono deck, black deck I've been looking to play around with. When Golos Tireless Program enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a land card, put that card on the battlefield, tap, and shuffle your library. Now he has a rainbow, I'm going to say a rainbow ability, exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn without paying their mana cost. So, mono black, Cabal Stronghold, and Chromatic Lantern. Chromatic Lantern turning your lands into pay any mana. Makes this ability a lot easier to pull off. Getting some lands with presence helps a lot too. Field of the Dead is a new land that might be could be a land that's been produced before. I'm new to it. Whenever Field of the Dead or another land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands with different names, create a 2/2 black zombie creature. See some potential in that. Multicolor decks. Lotus Field is hexproof. I mean, I guess that's a land that's hexproof kind of gets me, but I get that land destruction is a thing. But Lotus Field enters the battlefield, tap, enters the battlefield, sacrifice 2 lands. You add 3 mana of any color. I don't know if it's something I would play much of. Bag of Holding. Steel Overseer being reprinted is nice. I'm a big Affinity fan in Modern. I don't think there's anything in Standard that could utilize this. There might be something there. Grafdigger's Cage getting reprinted is nice. Let's see, we have Manifold Key. Meteor Golem got reprinted. Interesting. Mystic Forge. I did not see the one card that a lot of other people have talked about as well. Omnath. So Omnath is a new elemental card that's seen some play. It is a colorless forest, island, and a mountain. When Omnath, Locus of the Royal, enters the battlefield, deals damage to any target equal to a number of elementals you control, which has a really cool water claw animation. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target elemental you control. If you control 8 or more lands, draw a card. So elementals, I think, are going to be something interesting, which is good to see different archetypes kind of thrive a little bit. But all right, it is Friday. There's F&Ms going on. There's again Dothan Fanatix, 7 o'clock. They're doing their pre-release. Tomorrow at noon, Dothan will be doing their second pre-release, and then tomorrow at 6 o'clock, Fanatix Enterprise. You can join us there. We'll be doing our pre-release then. Also on Sunday, if for whatever reason we don't sell out on Saturday, we'll try to do a Sunday release or a Sunday pre-release. And then the next week will be draft weekend, so come join me on draft weekend. I'm hoping to record some videos. You guys let us know what you think. Oh, let's see. Oops. Yeah. I would stream longer, but like I said, it's Friday. People are about to go do stuff. But as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope to be glad you guys bared with me in if my voice sounds weird. Like I said, I'm under the weather. But again, F&M tonight, 7 o'clock, standard at Enterprise Fanatix. 7 o'clock, Dothan Fanatix, his pre-release. Join them tomorrow at 12. Oh man, I'm beat. 12 o'clock tomorrow for the their second pre-release, and then again 6 o'clock at Enterprise Store for our first pre-release. And thank you for tuning in, and we hope you have fun. And as always, happy gaming. Bye bye now.